Hey guys. Did you guys win the lottery? It's 777. How you guys doing? Hey, Sahag, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Got any 5.8 memes? Goodbye blueprints? Oh no, that's 6.0 memes. No. Sorry. I don't got any of those. But, yeah, 5.8 is out. And, I want to take a look at a few things, starting with, the arrays. Well, actually, primarily the arrays. I don't know how long I'm gonna be checking out 5.8 stuff on stream and then going to the, game dev stuff. I definitely want to check out the array stuff. I'm very curious about that. And that probably will be the video for this weekend then. Because I know a lot of people have been waiting on arrays. And it was not available in the preview. So we'll see. We'll see how that is all gonna go. So fingers crossed on that going well. Welcome in, Marcus. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Other than that, 6.0 news came out, which has me a little bit concerned. Especially when an Epic dev has confirmed certain things about it. Hey, Color Click, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Gone yet? No, not as far as I know. There's probably a Unreal Engine 6 meme at this point with just showing DLSS 5. I wouldn't be surprised. They just have a picture of DLSS 5 and then it just says Unreal Engine 6. That's a meme I would make. But yeah, Unreal 6 got it's roadmap-ish. Basically, what they said in it, yeah, it pulled up. But basically, they're estimating the early access, the public early access to be available end of 2027. Yes, the USIG repo is already available, but that it's such an early stage that there's no point. I mean, at least for people like me who don't care about the intricacies of every little step, it's not going to matter. Basically, the early access is going to have is in end of 2027. Although they're all estimates, right? And the full release will be about a year to a year and a half after that. So we're looking at probably end of 2028 to mid 2029. So a bit shorter of a lifespan than UE4, but you know, that's the current time frame for Unreal Engine, it seems. Is this gonna have verse like UE5? Yes. So from my understanding, verse is going to be the main thing. And also, from my understanding, Unreal Engine 6 is planning to go, remove blueprints. Let me, pull it up. So based on their write-up here, our philosophy through this transition is to bring existing projects along not to force a hard break. Studios shipping on UE5 today should expect a manageable and clear path forward when UE6 is ready for them. Fantastic. To allow this, actors and blueprints will be in early versions of UE6. In early versions, these will be deprecated when the new framework is sufficiently mature, and you'll have conversion tools to move them from one framework to another. This does not state a new blueprint-like workflow. It is going to be using verse, which is coding. And I had an Epic dev confirm that in terms of it being a node thing, there is nothing confirmed. There is no, like, there's definitely going to be a blueprint replacement that is also fully node-based. And that concerns the shit out of me. Holy shit. I told you that when UEFN came out at GDC way back then. I mean, I'm fine with them using verse or whatever. To be fair, deprecated doesn't mean removed. Cascade was deprecated, but you can still use it. Yes, but that also means that it will never get any updates at all, right? That's also what deprecated means. Hey, Sun Python, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So that means that, let's say in 6.3, new functionality gets added that doesn't. They're not going to update deprecated stuff. Is that no Epic updates? I mean, Cascade hasn't been updated. So my understanding is they're getting basically rid of it at some point. Right? It's like the new enhanced input system, right? No one uses the old system anymore. It's all the functionalities for the new one. Again, by that point, maybe they will announce something, but at least as of right now, they're saying blueprints are going away, and there's no thing that says, yes, we're getting a replacement for it, which is my big concern. And if I look at the messages from the Epic dev, that's the end goal at the moment, where verse and scene graph will replace blueprint and actors. At the moment, verse is only code, but there might be a graph editor down the line, similar to blueprints. If Epic doesn't do it, I'm sure there will be other people that will do. This is from an Epic dev. Now, just because he's a developer on the Unreal Engine side doesn't mean he knows everything, right? I don't expect him to. But that means that at least as far as he knows, also, there's no, like, definite this is the plan. So, oh yeah, here's the Unreal Engine 6 Early Access at the end of 2027. So by in about a year and a half. Probably a little bit less, because a year and a half will put us in December. It's probably a little bit earlier than that. With a full release, 12 to 18 months later. So a year and a half later. So we're looking probably on late 2028 or early 2029 release. Is what I'm going to guess. The verse language implementation has moved out to be visible here, though not intended for general adoption at this point. It might get left behind, but the cascade, you can still build it. Yes, yes. But the thing is about blueprints, right? The power of blueprints is you can do 99.9% of everything you need in Unreal. As soon as that new updates start coming out, that number will go down and down and down and down and down. As right, new functionality, new whatever, right? Eventually, they will just not have the thing that you need. Again, in my opinion, as long as they eventually replace Blueprints with another node-based system that is as good or better than Blueprints, as in for the people that don't code, like me, like myself, but can make games, I think it'll be fine. Because keep in mind, if you go to YouTube right now and you search for Unreal Engine tutorials, 99.9999% of them, I'm pretty sure, are all Blueprint tutorials, right? And at the current moment, you can even watch Unreal Engine 4 tutorials, and some of that stuff will transfer. If Blueprints are being deprecated, that means everything's started from scratch in a whole new system. And it's fine, but considering how many views combined all of that stuff has, right? That's all gonna go obsolete. And we now will need a new node-based system, in my opinion, that's also gonna be able for all the tutorials, right? For all the people, all the laymen, all the people just getting into Unreal. Yeah, they haven't said they're not gonna do it, but they also haven't said they are definitely gonna do it. So it's just a little concern right now. We will see. They obviously have a lot of time to make things, decide things, make an official announcement. We'll see. Either way, it says that the early versions of Unreal Engine 6 will still have Blueprints, so yeah, we will see. But that's just my kind of like, that is a concern. If the kids can do big things with Scene Graph already in UFN, I think we'll be fine. I mean, again, well, also keep in mind that UEFN, as far as I know, is far more limited than the full Unreal, from my understanding. So, which is probably what they're going to be building out to make sure that it has all the functionality of the entire Unreal Engine. So, Unreal is going to replace Blueprints with a system that generates verse underneath. Blueprints not going away. We'll see. But the thing is, again, it's fine that it uses verse underneath, but from what everyone's saying, Blueprints are going away as they are now. The whole actor blueprint system, like the way the entire thing works, is going away. And again, as long as there's a node-based system of any kind, I think people will be fine. As long as it does. Here's the other thing, is as long as it doesn't require everyone to relearn everything about the entire system of Unreal from the ground up. If someone that is really good with Blueprints can really easily pick up and use whatever the new version is, I think the majority of people will be fine. It'll be a pain in the ass, but everyone will do it and everyone will transition fine. But if like someone that is like really skilled in Blueprints has to relearn everything, like as though starting from scratch in a new system, that's gonna hurt a lot. We'll see. Time will tell. I'm not gonna say one way or another, but yeah, we'll see. Also, welcome into Revolution Art. Hope you're doing well. I saw your message earlier, but I was in the flow of things. Didn't say hi. Was you forgetting that Joe's will be writing tool? Yeah. Like I was reading from the UE5 dev, right? If Epic doesn't do it, are you sure someone will most likely do it? It's just going to be a matter of time, I'm sure. But again, I'm not saying don't do this, to be clear, but I am also want to state my concerns in these like several points. That's all. a local verse for you, and then 2030 you'll have the make game button. Unfortunately, it'll make a game, but it'll make a shit game. Generations leapfrog in your experience at AA. So I haven't shipped a UE5 game at only 4. And you may release last year. I mean, well, here's the thing. People that are stuck with UE4, majority of it was because of performance. From my understanding. It was just Unreal 5, especially at early launch, performance was far worse than it is these days. So if you're not using a lot of the new stuff, then yeah, UE4 makes sense. UE6 is different because that's not a just, hey, I don't like the performance difference. That's we have a brand new like entire workflow from the ground up. So slightly different, but yeah. I'm sure there will be definitely people that will stick to UE5. Absolutely. Can I ask why you would be against learning verse? I just don't like coding. It doesn't matter if it's verse or something else, or HLSL or anything. I just really get bored from coding. It's just not for me. It's not verse specific. I'm trying to learn coding many a time. It's just, I get so bored. That's all. Just not for me. I can't be bothered with a semicolon. I can't be bothered with the capitalization and the syntax. It's the syntax. Basically, summarize. I just don't care about syntax. Give me a node-based system and then I'm fine. People probably have to relearn because the gameplay framework will cease to exist probably. Doesn't get rid of actors. Yeah, well, it's just a matter of how easy is it going to be to relearn. Yeah, that's all. We'll see. Hey, Almarath, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Because, like, imagine a scenario where you're a senior dev, and then the company decides to, like, a senior like blueprint dev, and your company decides to go to Unreal 6, and now you are effectively a junior. Right? If it's not easy to just pick up and transition. If it's easy to transition, then you're good. So we'll see. We'll see. You're happy with the 5.8 video to animation? Really nice stuff. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen the full announcement video, whatever it's called. I've seen little clips of it. Blueprints will be deprecate at some point, and you say, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Here. You're describing nearly an everyday currency in the industry. And so your point, but to any competent dev that is part of the job, it's a little bit different. Because if you're a modeler, let's see, right? If you're a modeler, the next day you're not all of a sudden being asked to do animation that you've never touched, right? That'll for you to get good at that, it'll take you time. So that's the only thing. But if it's like, no, you were doing like poly modeling, but now you have to do like sub-D modeling, right? That transition's very like, it's like, okay, you need like a few things you need to adjust, and then now it's like, okay, you can adjust for that. Well, again, we'll see, right? It'll be easier to transition, especially if you know C++. Yeah, I don't know. I don't code. That's the thing. I don't code, and many people don't code in Unreal. That's why blueprints are so great. So we'll see. Are we all just learning new stuff every day? Yeah. You want to meet the guy who doesn't need to learn new stuff, but still game dev? Oh, you want to meet them? Oh, that's easy. Just go on Reddit. Go on Reddit and ask how to do something. They'll tell you the one way and only the one way you could ever do that thing. You fear they won't support C++2 at some point? But the engine is still built on C++, no? Like, isn't Verse on top of that? Or are they replacing the the entire engine with Verse? Because my understanding was it's like the entire engine is still built on C++. Again, I don't know enough about coding. The one thing you truly dislike is the whole Fortnite integration. If it's in UE 6 by default, you might never switch to it. Unless it's a plugin feature, then it's fine. I mean, I imagine parts of it will be like on-off. Yeah, I don't know what... I've never even seen UEFN, I'll be honest. So I don't know what is there, how that works. I've never been interested in it. New markerless motion capture seems nice. That's cool. Yeah, I haven't seen that stuff. They're changing the gameplay layer of Unreal. They're changing a lot of stuff. C++ will be the engine code and tooling verse for game scripting. So you won't need to restart the editor when coding. That makes sense. No, don't get me wrong, so Python. It's not that I hate coding. I just find it boring. There's a difference. I totally understand how people enjoy it. I get it. It's just not for me. I tried to learn C++ back in high school. Like I tried learning Java like in early days of Minecraft. I tried learning like C++ just like a year ago, and a few times even between then, it's just I get into the syntax of things and I get just so bored. And the last time I tried learning C++, I couldn't get a print string to work because I didn't capitalize the P in print. And I'm sorry, I'm too damn lazy for that. I can't be bothered. It's just, I can't be bothered, I'm sorry. I have tried to learn coding, but every time it's just so boring. And then the syntax, I can't. And what they want to do is they remote the dependency, so no project specific assets or code. Yeah, your movie, yeah. You'll see. You hate the blueprint as being removed. It's not that blueprint's being removed. I'm fine with blueprints being removed if they're replacing it with another visual coding like blueprint system. If they're doing another visual node-based system to visual node-based system, as long as it's like relatively like there's a relative like transitional period where like, oh, it's this to this, it'll be fine. Most people will be fine with it. N2 blueprints? I've never heard of this. Don't use C++ to write stuff. It is generally much cleaner when you get used to it and faster. If you set up your IDE character, and Copilot helps with the speed. Yeah, if you already code, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, 5.8 is out. And I've been meaning to look into the arrays. The array stuff. And also, yes! It is finally enabled by default! Oh! Guys! It is final. I installed it. I turned it on. I turned it on. As a new project. And it's enabled by default. Finally! I don't have to keep saying go to the project settings to turn on PCG in every video. It's over. I mean, big updates with 5.8. There's a few, but they're. I wouldn't say they're absolutely massive. One of them is arrays, array support. Let's make it like a PCG testing folder. 10 seconds saved in every video. Hey, it's a little bit longer than 10 seconds, and then you have to keep in mind that then it goes through editing. Okay? And then you have to check that section, make sure it's still cut up. It's a little longer than 10 seconds. It's like saving, a few minutes every video. But hey, that's a few minutes every video. I've made a lot of videos. Hey, Joser, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Okay, let's take a look. Let's make a blueprint. So we have one, and let's make a PCG graph. Can you hear your take on 5.8 and 6.0? I mean, I just finished talking about that whole thing, so rewind. Just rewind it. It came right after I finished it. Mostly I was just talking about the whole blueprints being removed eventually. Brazilian cheese bread is made with tapioca. What the shit? Hold on, I'm gonna copy that. I need to look this up. Sorry, quick delay. Is it made with well, I guess it's made with tapioca, not specifically. It doesn't have like. Okay, see, I was expecting to see tapioca balls inside of the bread, so I was confused. Also, you did say cheese, and I was expecting to see cheese, so I'm doubly disappointed. I'm sure this is great, but when you write the words tapioca and cheese, I was expecting tapioca balls and cheese. Melty cheese. I was like basically expecting mozzarella balls with tapioca balls in them. Which, I would eat. I'm not gonna lie. You think they're going to update the city sample in 5.8 with PCG? Even they were showing has the name city sample. I mean, it could be a different city sample. compared to the Matrix ones. I think it's completely separate. Reverse already, yeah. Yo, sir, yeah. 6.0 isn't out yet. Early preview effectively will be at the end of 2027. Don't expect anything to work at this point in time. Yeah. I'll take a look at it when it's ready to be looked at. Show tapioca pudding. I mean, I've had tapioca pudding. It is good. You can get tapioca pudding, I believe, just in grocery stores, or at least around here. It's good. See little balls. Little balls. You know what's funny? I don't like tea. I tend to not like tea, so I never have like boba tea. But I love the fruity, like the fruity ones with tapioca. So I love those. But it's not that, just don't care about the tea. But if you get me like basically a smoothie with tapioca balls, effectively, oh yeah, all for it. Go forward in time and come back to tell us how it went. Boba, gelatinized tapioca flour balls and syrup. And tapioca rice aren't the same thing. Isn't it? Huh? Okay, well... Wait, hold on. Boba is tapioca flour balls. And tapioca. But you just said tapioca balls and syrup. And then tapioca, rice aren't the same thing. Wait, are they not both tapioca? Just made in different forms? You split one into a ball shape, one into a right shape? Huh? I don't know. Array! Add to array. Add unique to array. We do append, contains, fine, all the good stuff. Get an index. Length, make array. All I know is I like fruity drinks with tapioca balls. That's only tapioca, aside from the occasional tapioca pudding that I've ever had. It's only two forms. I don't know any other ones. And the tapioca pudding looks like it has little balls anyway. So for me, it's all the same. I don't know any different. Let's just add this to the different. Oh yeah, this I found out how to remove. See if I can remember how to do it. Edit preferences. Cursor. No, what's the gizmos. Yeah, here. That's how you remove it. So I don't want to see the line, or the label, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Goodbye to that. The label is still, yeah, label is freaking still centimeters and gets converted to meters instead of just Unreal units. And there's not even an option to specify which units you want to use. Anyway. Goodbye. Try making your own, hard as hell, but now you have the pre-made ones at Ranch 99. I don't know what that is, but nice. I think you need like a machine or something, I would imagine. Let's see what we have. So the array test gets us this. If I did... So is this not an array? Ah, so this is not an array. But this makes it an array. Ooh, and then we can see the array. Okay. Okay. So if we have this, there's a node I want to test now. I want to test a receive array node. Hear this. Don't make it visible. There's a node that I learned of that apparently has been existed for a long time, but this one. But this might now have support for arrays. Object reference attribute. Yeah, property override descriptions. Oh, I need, get actor. Let me see if we can figure out how to do this. Actor reference. Okay, so this is correct. Okay, and then here I need to do array test. Target is receive array. Not what I meant to copy. Oh, actually, I do need to have this exposed so we can see it. Done. Oh. You know my favorite? Yesterday's video, not yesterday, Sunday's video that I made about assigning arrays to actors. Which, if you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it. This one. Move PCG attributes between PCG and blueprints. Or basically, right, you could do this. Set full arrays of whatever on the actor itself. Well, this allows support for arrays. But now with 5.8, yeah, it's simple as this. Done. All I've done now is I'm now taking this array. If I add a new one here, look at that. It just automatically gets added to the other one. 8 turns to 8. 3, right? And if I want to, I can I do a... So can I modify this? Probably not. Array test is not supported type unknown. Yeah, I can't modify it. So if I want to modify the array, what can we do? What does flatten do? Flatten turns it back to numbers. Oh my god, that's it. So we just take we get the array. We can flatten it. Then we can multiply by something. Remake the array. And there you go. So now whatever numbers we put in here, it just gets multiplied by 2 and an output. That's awesome.
Down with blueprint, up with verse. Down with blueprint, up with verse.
No. You're gonna work on something, your ancient 5.7 project? I mean, it's 5.7, it's gonna be that ancient, but good luck. Have fun. Making all the D&D spells? Oh, that's D&D so fun. Have fun. Hey, Sir, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's 78 degrees right now in my room. Send help. Please send help. The worst part of UE6, why up? Yeah, I'm still hopeful that they'll give us an option to put Z up. The two programs I use, both right now, both use Z up. Blender and Unreal. Both have Z up. I'd like to keep it that way. They can swap X and Y if they want to keep it consistent with some other software, but I don't mind that. But I'd like to keep Z up. It's just so much more convenient. Well, this is going to be a video. But the other thing we could probably do... ZXY, if they ordered it that way, I'd be okay with it. The convenience of having the up axis not being the center one is just so good. Okay, you don't need to bring your negativity here, Joser. You started EA fan? Oh, did you? Cool. Made whole game recursions? I've never even seen it. I've never even seen footage of it or anything. I know nothing about it, pretty much. I think when it first was announced or came out, basically just people said, oh yeah, it's just a toned down Unreal Engine for Fortnite. I'm like, okay, then I'm not interested, and I've never looked at it since. So you're, oh, if I have less features, then why would I? Okay, so we have this, which means if we wanted to, let's make a little fun little thing. Because this is cool. But let's make construction script. Let's do a... What can we do? Oh no, I need a separate actor. What I want to test. I want to spawn an actor, set an array, and on construction, grab a render mesh from the array and assign it. Yes. Is the arrows thinner than it used to be here? I know the shape is different, but something makes me feel like it's so thin. I don't know, maybe it's not as thin. Maybe this is just bigger. Or maybe it's just the fact that it looks 3D. I think the old one was 2D. Something about it is throwing me off. Oh, you know, yeah, it is thinner. It is thinner. But I still have this open. Yeah, the old one was much thicker here. This one's much thinner here. I prefer the thicker one. You even use the Luff coordinate system? I don't know what that is. I read the whole message. I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna pretend to. Okay, let's go ahead and do a static meshes. Static mesh object reference array. And what I want to do is let me just copy this here. And what I'm gonna do is here get actor data, all world actors by class of this class, actor reference. Let's see if we can do this on multiple things at once. And then what we need to put in here is, let's just add our own. Great start with Unreal Engine 5.8, guys. I'm sure this bodes well for Unreal 6. No, it's great. We just tried to click add a variable. It was a very complicated thing we tried to do just now. And it makes sense why Unreal would not want to do that. Unreal 6 will format your hard drive when it crashes. No, first it will steal all your information, and then it will format it. Select multiple. Well, it hasn't complained. Well, that's good. I heard that it just deletes the C drive. No, it's not quite accurate. It deletes just system 32. Just that part. What we can do is also run a function. Set mesh. Random. So can we now? Yeah, I'm gonna save everything except. I mean, I guess I saved this level as well. That's fine. Now I'll click add to add a variable. Okay, this one didn't crash. Delete the OS, please, and thank you. Yeah. I mean, look, it will either delete System32 if you're in Windows, or it will just try to install OBS if you're was OBS or Steam? One of those. If you're on Linux. The joke here is if you watch Linus Tech Tips, a while back when he did the Linux challenge, he tried to install, I think, one of those two. I think it was Steam. And then somehow managed to entirely erase his entire operating system on Linux. Or they can actually just delete the C drive. Shouldn't be legal. I mean, yeah, there's a few things that Windows tries to save you from, but if you can force it. Can I? Okay, I can right click on it. Good. So I'm just gonna do a few of them. Let's do a cube, sphere, cone. What other shapes do we have? Torus? No. Sure, a control rig. Yeah, that's fine. So if I drag this one in, it is not an array again. So by default, none of these are arrays. So if we want to, we need to do make array. And now it's an array, and we can see them. You know what? I appreciate this. I appreciate that it will show me like you would see in a detail panel for whatever it is. That's nice. They didn't have to do it that way. They could just put just the text strings like they do for a lot of this stuff. But I appreciate that, you know? So we're gonna try to set from meshes to static meshes. So if I select you, oh, I need to make you visible. Did that not work? Oh, hold on. It's probably because... No, I mean, I see them. I do get all the info. Like multiple. Turn that off. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So if I turn off all query, or that I get this. So now, what if I do this and then I go post precedent function name, and then I run set mesh. Eh? What's wrong? Set mesh in the blueprint random from array. Oh, I didn't turn on colon editor. It caught me. It caught me. Colon editor. Compile. Haha! Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. So basically, I can make a mob spawner. I might, whenever I upgrade to 5.8 for my own project, I could use this for a mob spawner now. To set all of the logic as well. Because then I'll be able to, like, yeah, go in, set up the actors, set up the variables, grab them, whatever I need, and then assign them to the spawned characters. Yeah, go from there. So basically, for those of you guys watching that weren't paying super close attention, basically all I've done is these are blueprint actors with a function and a array that doesn't even need to be exposed. And basically it sets static meshes to this array from the PCG graph and then runs the function that just randomly assigns it one of them. That's it. So like it's very basic in its like idea.
And the clock. Pausing so you don't watch me debug the same null reference for 3 minutes straight.
So this is cool. Because yeah, we can do mob spawners now. Because what you could do is use a spline. I'm not gonna do this, but I'm gonna talk through it. You can use a spline on interior, and then you can do a select point to select however many you want of that spline to choose, and then spawn actors in those locations, which means they'll automatically not overlap. And if you did the random choice, right, you could do fixed mode, get a specific random number of them, or get a specific number of them. So I could spawn in like my 7 trash mobs, couple elites, whatever. And based on whichever one it is, I can then do a switch and assign all that stuff. And then I will not be required to have the what's it called? Navigation loaded, because the current one that I'm using is in my game is waiting for the navigation to finish so that I can find the nearest navigatable point. But if I'm just using a spline, I can just drag out the spline. This is the area where I'm fine with them spawning. Go nuts, spawn them there. Yeah. Because we could do random choice, remove those points for difference from the original, random choice again, and then remove those again, and then random choice again. So that way you never pick the same location. As long as the points are big enough, they'll never overlap. Then you spawn in the 3 different types of mobs and assign all the stuff you need to them. I like this. At some point, whenever I update to 5.8, I will do that. So maybe like in a month. I'm pretty excited about that. Okay. But this is working. Let me check out the Unreal public roadmap. Is it future roadmap? What the hell is it called? I can never remember what the link is. And for some reason, when I search one or the other, I don't just get as the first link. Oh, there it is. Oh, I got it. I got it. Okay. Where is BCG? Here it is. Okay. So, complex attributes, freaking awesome. Embedded subgraphs. Let's try that. Let's see what that's all about. It should be a simple one to test. So if I just did yeah, get actor data, all world actors by class, static mesh. Okay. So we got one. Also gets actor reference. If I click on this, nothing happens. Okay. But we have it. So I just want to see if I did, I don't know. Okay. Transfer points. And then, I don't know, like another I don't know, doesn't really matter. Let's just say this. Let's do two of them, just to have something. Graph asset or embedded graph? Huh, you can't collapse it a single node. Interesting. Okay, let's just try. So graph asset is just gonna write a separate one, right? That one makes sense. If I do embedded graph, now we have this. Okay. Here's the thing. Why does it still give me multiple inputs? Oh, there's a tab here. So right, I still have this in. Why? I didn't understand that before. I still don't understand it now. Point. Raw buffer data view are new. Why is point no longer on the bottom? Oh, this makes it hard to select. What is it set to? Advanced still. So it doesn't do a perfect job. But that's okay. So what happens if we close this, right? So if I close this, can I open it from here? Jump to? Okay, so I can open it from here. How else do I find all the graph. Is there a way I can find all the graphs? Graph customization, no. I guess I mean at any point I just double click it, right? So what happens if I duplicate this? So, and then I just move this up on this one. It's the same graph. Okay, so effectively it is just functions. You can now treat this just as a function. It is built in. You update one, it updates the other. You can duplicate them. The interesting thing is it does have this here, but I can't navigate to it. Which is interesting. I can save the version of this, but then I guess, so what happens if I have this open now. What happens if I delete it? Both of them. Goodbye. This is still here. I can still open it. Okay, so where does this has to exist somewhere. Where does this exist? Where can I find this? If I close this, is it gonna still be visible? Graph, yes it is. Where does this exist now? Hey Henry, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's not in graph parameters. Where do I find this node? Oh yeah, is the outer layout now undoable? Oh, you can undo now in auto layout. Yay! Oh, hold on. Is it better now? Let me. Hold on, let me make a new graph. Where's the forest one? Simple forest. Auto layout. Okay, no, it's still garbage in terms of the layout, but at least now you can undo. Okay. What are we cooking today? I was doing some testing with the array stuff. Video coming Sunday. And I'll probably make another video down the line of my own system because I will be using it for a mob spawner where I will load in it probably won't be a step-by-step tutorial. It'll probably be more just an overview because it'll just be my setup and it just won't fit everyone, but I'll probably end up making my own and I'll just go over how I use BCG to make my own mob spawner that does not require me to now use navigation to just find an acceptable spot for it. But Sunday's video is going to be definitely going over the complex attributes. They're pretty cool and very easy to use, which I appreciate. But right now I'm trying out this embedded subgraph, and for the love of me, I don't know. So if I delete this, I can still pull it up here. So it has to exist somewhere. Where? Where does this exist and how do I see them? There's nowhere, right? Is there another? Oh, embedded graphs. Aha! It's a separate thing. I asked why not use EQS for spawning? Because it has the same problem. I tried using EQS, and fun fact, it performed just as badly before the navigation and everything was loaded. Whatever, I don't know why, but I tried. Because I think the EQS system to find like locations also needs navigation to finish building. And if the navigation system isn't built, it can't find like acceptable locations. Because I still needed to check like where it is, if it is just automatic, like on a radius or something. But I'll use just a spline to say I want it here, and then pick the points, assign the variables, and go from there. But I tried EQS. It just, yeah, it didn't work out. So this is where it is. So if I can now delete it here. Interesting. Oh, and I can make one. I just make a graph. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Okay, that's easy to use. What are data overrides? You know what? Not for me. Also, by the way, I did notice this. This is really cool. There's just now an editor for the variables and stuff. So I just add a category. I mean, I don't know, like floats, and I could be like, yeah, I want this in here, and this in here, and then maybe I want another category that's like other floats, and then I just put you in here, and that's it. It's organized. I don't like that when I clicked there, it went away, but is 5.8? Yes, 5.8's out. So this is really nice. I don't know what this is. Why this is like this. Yep. Yeah, that's what we did here. So this one, this test is... Hey, Jacob, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So this test is taking a set of arrays and then outputting a set of arrays that is double of whatever I put in, because it's doing some math. And then it's also assigning an array to either of these points and then running a function, which is pretty cool. Which the function just assigns a random mesh from that array. 5.8 has a memory leak? That's fine. Well, I already crashed once. I'm not planning to update my game till probably a little bit later, so hopefully by then it'll be fixed. So I think that's everything, right? Because I went over manual editing. I'm sure it's just bug-free now. You know, I might make a follow-up video if... Have you tried nested arrays? Arrays inside structs? No, but we could try that right now. Let's try that right now. Why not? This is our test time. Let's make a struct. We love test time. Oh, but default map and just watch the memory going up. I mean, I'm in the default map. You're trying to say it's the memory's going up? No, my memory's stable. No, yeah, it goes up and down here. Yeah, I just made a new default map and just brought stuff in. Let's do something. I don't know. Let's do a float array. And let's do a int array. And what I want to see is I'm going to actually use my data asset. We'll have to learn to live without memories anyway. Yeah, exactly. It's just getting you ready. Let's make a... no, it has to be a primitive data. So first... Primary, not primitive. And here, we'll just throw in the struct. And I'll also throw in its own array. I don't know, let's actually make it a vector array. I believe these have to be exposed, right? So let's give it a few variables here. There you go. Has some values, and then give these guys there you go. So now we have different things. I could have set all the values on the data asset. I know, I'm lazy. There's all the values. Okay. So this is a set arrays. Let's do a primary data asset. Or does it? I don't remember. Does it need to be the specific type? No. Let's grab you and bring it in. Right, so there's that. Get property from object path. Property needs to be struct. No. Is it not struct? It's been so long. Oh, hold on. There we go. If I just did extract... Oh, if I did extract, it just grabs everything. Well, it grabs the floats and the ends. Wait. Percent this. Ah, okay. So there's the vector array. There's the struct. If I did a flatten of struct, can I not? Okay, fine. Okay, so we can get the struct then, and then grab the vector array, right? So yeah, we can grab the vector array, although... There you go. And we can keep the array here. This is not an array. That's also not an array. That's an array, though. Interesting. So... Ah, there we go. If you do no flatten, then there's the array. I mean, that should be fine. It shouldn't matter. Because all you would do is just do a get of a get. You should have been able to do that even before. There's just now you can just get the array itself and not the individual like separate stuff. So if I wanted to, I guess let's make a new struct. And on this one, I don't know, we'll just make an array of bools. Okay. And here we will just add the inner struct. Let's call this inner struct. File. There you go. Okay, so now you have the data asset, which again, doesn't show me anything, but we now have, there's the vector array. And see here now you can do inner struct, and then from inner struct, just do inner struct, I believe. Input source, inner struct. And then we just do right? No. Is not convertible to soft object path. Oh. Right, we need to do not that. We need to do struct dot down here. Struct dot inner struct. Does not exist. Did I get it wrong? I'll change to an array after. Should not be struct.inner struct. Or, oh, you know what it could be? Struct, and then here it would be this. No? Struct does not... Oh, just put it at last. Inner struct does not exist. Because it should be struct dot inner struct. There we go. God damn it. It's the main one. Then this one, then this one. Yeah. It's been a while since I did this. I forgot which one you need at the top. Yeah. So struct.inner struct.bool array. Or if I just did struct.inner struct, there's the array. Ta-da. False, true, true. So now we have arrays of them. And you want me to do an array? Fine, we'll do an array. Who could have known that? I think I showed that in my 5.4 building series. So it's been a while. There's a reason I recommend that series when you're starting out still. Even though a lot of it is, yeah, there's better ways of doing a lot of the stuff, but older me doesn't count? Why not? Okay, so here we go. One of them is going to be this. Another one's going to be this. Okay, so this now has arrays of arrays. Hey, well, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You think it's turning into a Roblox engine? I mean, Roblox is very popular. I've never used it, but I know people make a lot of games in it. But now this will not, this returns, there you go, there's both of them. Yeah. See? I didn't need to even change anything. It just because it's an array doesn't matter. Same thing. I will do a video, an updated video on data assets. That was something I polled people about. It got lukewarm reception, but I feel like it's still good to show it now with array support. So it'll be good to show all that information. So probably this Sunday's video will be just array support, and then next Sunday's video will be about data assets and stacking structs and structs, or arrays and arrays, right, that whole thing. Which means I have my videos set up. The data asset video was great. It's 5.4. There's some stuff that I would like to improve on it. And now there's also array support. So I'm just updating it basically. Since the videos come out, right, the UI has changed. A lot of stuff has just updated. So I just want to bring it up to speed now with some new functionality. So I still recommend people watch it, but I feel like it could use an update. There's enough new stuff that I feel like at this point it could warrant it. Now you can group things super nice. Yeah, this is really nice. I'm actually kind of excited about making the mob spawner now. I'll need to wait for Unreal. Oh yeah, editor preferences, memory. Yeah, it's this thing. This is what you have up. And by the way, I know this is what you have up, Joser, because I was the one who taught this to our mutual. I taught him this. Yep. Also, I don't know how this calculates objects, because I can almost assuredly say there's not 141.8 thousand objects in this level. So, but I know this the memory doesn't drop when you load up new levels. So maybe this is just, there was just 141,000 since I've opened Unreal. Probably. Because this is current. This is what I'm currently looking at. But this is total, like, since if I open multiple levels, it will increase. And I don't know what the hell's going on with objects. That one I don't know. Because I believe if I did stat unit, oh yeah, this is the other one. Does anyone know what is up with the input milliseconds? Now, normally it's not freaking integer overflow. But the point is, why is input always an insanely high millisecond? In this case, I'm pretty sure that's basically integer overflow. I'm guessing that number. What is input? It's never been useful to me because of the numbers are always insane. Yeah, why are there 34.8 thousand primitives? Where are these primitives? I guess maybe I should... Maybe I'm not understanding what a primitive is. Hold on. Hold. What is a primitive in Unify? Because it can't be objects. Because there's definitely not 30,000 right now in... Primitive component. Okay, so if it's including I mean, it's still, what would have 30,000? 40,000. iPhone? Okay, with nothing here, that's 27.6 thousand. And 726 draw calls. Anyone want to explain it to me? Also, my eyes. The UI itself. Oh, is it? I feel like that's a very unuseful metric to display. Why would I ever want to have the UI be part of that data, of that information? I mean, I agree that that's probably it, but I question why it doesn't automatically remove the UI. Because I would think, like, it should know what parts are UI and what's not. But... Because fuck us all? Yeah, I mean, that... Why? Because fuck you! Alright, so you learned you've been eating rice pudding, not tapioca pudding this whole time. Thank you for bearing with my lack of information. Tapioca pearls are indeed the same as pudding and boba. Ha! Yes, rice pudding is different. Rice pudding is also delicious, though. Tapioca pudding and rice pudding, both fantastic. I recommend both. Not something you would probably want to eat in large quantities, because I don't think it's that amazing, but it's pretty good, like, occasionally as a treat. Good day, all. Back to work. Have a good one. Okay, well, I'm very excited about having 2 videos, or 2 weeks of videos, set up. Best to eat with cinnamon? You know, I've never tried, but I can see that being pretty good. No, we do diabetes or go home. Why not both? Why don't you guys have diabetes at home? That seems a lot more pleasant. Why go? Hey, Alpha, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you do well. Okay, let's close this down. I think before I close down 5.8, any quick tests you guys want me to do? I think I did all the tests I wanted to, but I'm curious if you if there's there are some other stuff that I'll need to like fully look into later, like the mesh terrain and PCG integration stuff that is on my list of stuff, is just, I know it's not going to be like a 5-minute, let's say a 5-minute adventure, you know, to quote a great man. Do arrays work with HLSL, or is this too deep? Well, the thing is, I don't know HLSL, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't test that even if I tried. So maybe. Here's the thing. I love how it crashes when I close the editor. Thanks. I wanted to close, yes. Insult to injury, you know, right? The way I see it, Henry, though, is HLSL, you can just make a big point thing, and then you just click make and just use a simple make array node, and you got yourself an array. Worst case scenario, even if you can't just have the array inside of the HLSL directly, you just takes a single node to make it an array. So I feel like it's not a huge deal regardless. Because inside of the HLSL, you don't care. And outside of it, you could just use the single node. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a coder. But I feel like if you're just outputting an array, you could basically use make array. But super nice. You hope they don't fully remove blueprints? I think they will. It's just a matter of figuring out if they will replace it with another visual node-based system. As long as they do that, I don't think people will care. As long as the transition is relatively smooth. If it is a relatively smooth transition from one to the other, then no one's gonna mind. If it is like, you gotta relearn everything from the ground up, that's gonna be a little rough. That will force people to potentially stay on Unreal 5 or just the early versions of Unreal 6. Does work as well in GPU processing? Well, HLSL is GPU. Oh, do you mean like, does it work? Can you do like make array on GPU? Oh, open the node, scroll down, see if it has a GPU checkbox. If it does, then then it can work. I think most nodes these days do, and I would imagine that one does as well, but I just can't confirm it. You see, they'll have tools to move from blueprint to verse and scene graph. Yeah, as long as like if you want to, let's say, add just simple blueprint functionality to move an actor around, or just simple assign, static mesh, like basic blueprint functionality, as long as all of that blueprint stuff is still the same, or like very easy to like use with the new system, like you would for the current one. It's just like, oh, that's this way is now you have to plug it in. As long as it's like that, then it should be fine. But there is no current plans or set in stone plans for a blueprint equivalent, and that's been confirmed by someone at Epic, Joser, as in, yes, it will convert to the system, to the verse system, but and blueprints is going bye-bye, but there's no set in node-based system that it's being replaced with. None that's been announced. So that's the concern, because like just again, my main concern is like if you just search up a tutorial on YouTube, right? It's all blueprints. So all of that information will be obsolete. A decade of information, over almost 2 decades of information will become obsolete. Because keep in mind, a lot of the UE4 stuff you can still use. It's just not the UI is not up to date, but a lot of the general logic of it is still the same. But see. AI is equivalent, isn't it? I'd rather do my own stuff. If I can. Verse syntax is weird AF. I mean, I just don't like syntax in general. I just find it boring. So for me, it doesn't matter if it was Verse or C++ or anything else. I tried, you know how visual minded I am. When I first got interested in learning any kind of coding, I was like, I think in high school at the time, maybe even a little earlier. I found a Visual Basics book that my mother had, and it showed like just a very basic like picture of like, hey, you could put in a scroll wheel and code it. You could put in a textbook and code it. And the fact that it was visual was what drew me to it. Not the coding part. I was intrigued by the visual. I was like, oh, I can do things visually. From the get-go, I've not been a coder. Even all the way back then. That's why I failed to become a coder. Just I find it too boring. There's the animations. Finally loaded? No? Still loading? There you go. No, still loading the animations. This looks sick. I'm glad. I think this is okay for the basic, like, movement stuff. We could tweak the how long he waits and stuff, but in terms of like if we're just looking at the basic attacks and stuff, it's okay. The exact inverse happened to you. Saw an image on the cover of an Atari mag and then realized that if you can type a script, you can render whatever what you have in your head. I've always been a visual person. I'm not the only artist in the family. Technically, my aunt is an artist. Technically, but not like professionally. So she has done some art. But in terms of like professionally, I'm the only artist. But like my mother is the QA manager. My father works at a car dealership. Completely different. Completely different. Okay, let's take a look at this. So, each one of the arm attacks has a different attack. So we have a basic attack that leaves a small puddle, and a ground slam. I don't remember if I have any functionality built in right now for an attack to spawn. Oh, I mean, I guess they just spawn an Your mother knows Visual Basics, though? I mean, these days, probably not. My mother's job is basically meetings. Like, she runs a team of people. Like, her job, she's management. Like, not management, but, like, her position is supervising. Well, your nightmare. So, like, I'll be honest. For the longest time, in fact, pretty much until just very recently, I always said I don't want to be a supervisor. Basically, I don't want to be above a lead because I don't want to be in meetings. Because basically, once you're a supervisor level, you stop really doing a lot of work, like as an artist, and you're really just, well, supervising, which you should be doing, right? And your meetings most of the time. But then recently, I was thinking, like, with me doing these streams and just enjoying myself here, because my work right now isn't exactly the most exciting anyway. I'm not in games, right? So, like, it's not like I'm like, oh my god, work is so great. I was thinking, like, really, as long as the pay is good, I don't think it matters anymore. I think I'm at the point where I'd be fine with a supervisor, like, level position where it's just meetings, if the pay was good, and my enjoyment is in is after working regardless. This is where I have fun. This is like working on my game. That's where I have fun. So, in that respect, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll come around to it at some point, maybe. And clearly, look, for the longest time, I didn't want to teach anyone anything, but here I am. I've been making tutorials now in PCG for several years now. So you know what? Maybe at some point I'll need to embrace it. We'll see. It's just something I realized about myself recently. We'll see. It's gaming grandma on Twitch, and she wants a PC but can't afford it. It's like, I don't know, just had back surgery and shit. Yeah, I've seen. There's a few older people streaming on Twitch. It's great. Now you enjoy bidding new businesses? I mean, look. I mean, I like numbers and I like that kind of stuff too. I'll be honest. So maybe I would enjoy that too. I like numbers. Hey, Treehouse Bandit, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Like, I don't really like dealing with people, but in terms of doing the calculations, I'd probably enjoy that. You have the same attitude towards life, fun, money, or something that floats your boat. Well, hopefully it's water. Water should float your boat. Yeah. That's what boats are for, right? They're for water. Lots of human management too. Yeah. You have to deal with people all the time. Yeah. Which is fine. I always, like when I was younger, I always said I can never be a teacher. And to this day, I think that is true. That hasn't changed. I don't think I could ever be a teacher because I see that someone doesn't care to learn something, I have zero motivation to help or teach. None. If you don't care to learn the thing I'm showing, then I'm not gonna waste my breath trying to teach you. Why? But as a teacher, you can't do that. So that's why I'd be a shit teacher. But in a scenario where someone actually wants to like find some information out, I'm very happy to provide. So I make tutorial content. Obviously I am. But, right, when it comes to just people being in a class because they have to be in a class, right, that's different. So I know I could never be a teacher of like this traditional sense. If you ask what you do for a living, oh, it's not a secret. For now, I work in virtual production. Where I'll be in 2 months remains to be seen. We're trying to find more work. We'll see if we find more work. We'll try to get you. I mean, you are my plan B. I haven't kept that a secret. You are my plan B. And just to be clear, the only reason you're plan B is this. Because I'm currently being paid as a US salary, which is higher than a Canadian salary. So that's why. It would be a very big pay cut. Like a very big pay cut, no matter what it would be. So that's the only reason. Like, I would love to work with our mutual again. Best supervisor I've ever had. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But just this is the only limiter. You put Unreal Engine on all your bids. Good. Unreal Engine is great. Self-employment too difficult? Oh, I'm not even gonna humor it. For like actual like proper self-employment, you need to be, one, really good, and two, have good contacts to have like a sustained like income. That we were friends? Wait, why do you think? We're not enemies. We're not enemies. Although I am on BP enemy, so maybe the world's giving me a sign? Because you love me? Look. I love you like I love my phone. As long as it has battery, and all that good stuff, yeah, and no one's bugging me on it. Wouldn't the gaming industry be something for you? Share with your experience, BCG people would want you. Here's the thing. Here's the problem with the game industry and me. One, I have no game industry experience. Like actual game industry experience. So getting in is already difficult. But even if I did, the pay cut would be basically 50%. if I was to take a game industry job in the vicinity here where I live, it would be over 40 to 50% of a pay cut. I can't. I can't get it. Look, as much as I would love to, financially, I just can't. That's why I say I don't think I can get into the game industry anymore. I just, it's tough to get into. I don't know if I'd even qualify because, again, I have zero actual game industry. Those sweet VFX salaries. Yeah, VFX has higher salaries, and it helps right now that I am comparing it to a US salary. So if I'm the US VFX salary compared to a game Canadian salary is like 40-50% difference. It is painful. And like I saw a position that came on I got a LinkedIn notification, and here I'm just doing some quick math. Yeah, it would be 57% of a pay cut for a senior position in the game industry for that position for me. Painful would not be an adequate word for that senior position at a AAA studio. Just
Ads. Stream paused so you don't see me stare at the same print string for 5 minutes.
I would love to. I really would. But I can't I can't afford it. Been there, work your ass up again. Yeah, I'm trying to save up for a down payment right now. Well, I still have some money. Your best bet to making money as solo dev is at least a very small team. My best bet is for me to release this game and it be successful. That's my best bet. That's where we are. That's my foot in the door. And then I can maybe hire people and go from there. But basically, in terms of the game industry and me, my one door is my own game. No. Well, I feel like I can't get into the game industry because of financial reasons more than anything these days. It's the financial part. You made the same calculus during COVID? You made the... What? What? Do you mean like you got the same kind of pay cuts for a job that you have to take during COVID? Maybe is what you're trying to say? You guys end up switching to Unreal? Do it. You'll make billions, bro. I don't know about that one. Oh, going to game, you saw the salaries, like, nah, I have that. Okay, yeah. It's just, yeah. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. But, you know, I'm not gonna sit and pretend like money's not the motivation here. You know? At the end of the day, Look, I am nothing if not honest with with the way I am. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh no, XYZ reason. No, it's freaking money. It always is money. Because like I can't like even if I had like some skills that are needed, right? I could learn those, right? But money's not going to change. At least we entertain people. You maybe entertain people. I don't know about me. I give them something to laugh at. They can laugh at me. Or die trying, yeah. Oh, you remind me of the David Guetta song. One of the few songs that I know. Get rich or die trying. I think it's called Money. Do you love me? I think you love me. I don't have a system for spawning actors on an attack. Right? No. Because the only way we've right now so far spawned actors is from enemy projectiles. We've not ever done it on just a melee attack. You missed the David Guetta EDM times? Does he still a thing? Does he still perform? I listened to him for like a while, and then like a few years later, I find out that he... Is he? Oh no. Is he actually? No, sorry. Like, I was like, hold on. Like, I'm looking. Like, I don't see a death here. Like, it's 58. Yeah, I found out like a few years after I started listening to him that that he was like #1 on the charts or something. You've been told once? Yeah, he's definitely not dead. Found out Michael Jackson died the other day. Oh, no, he's also alive. In our hearts. Same as Prince, yeah. That was also the new Freddy Fazbear. Why is it Freddy? I was thinking Freddy Fazbear as well. I know that wasn't what he meant. The next Freddy I was thinking about is Freddy Krueger, which I don't know why. Which I think is the serial killer one. I forget. Who's the musician? Who's the Freddie the musician? I can't remember his name. I don't. Freddie Mercury. That's the one. Jesus Christ. Freddie Flint. Oh, is it Freddie? Yeah. It's been too long. I need Anim Notify. So I would need to do probably a spawn actor. Can I reuse some of this? No. I should not be reusing any of this stuff. Dear God. Let's make our own. I don't think there's a built-in like spawn actor thing, right? Particle Fed Niagara, special attack, and then there's all my stuff. Yeah. Okay. It's all good, Henry. You're not required to always be correct. We will have to take you out back, and you know, after the stream, for your mistake, but comes with the territory. We all knew what we were getting into here. No. That's such a strong word. We prefer to call it you're being sent to the farm. It's Mayahiga's farm. It's great. She has a whole sanctuary. You're gonna love it there. In Germany, we say, go where the grass grows. I would be so motivated to buy a little thing of like little patch of grass, you know, like the kind like cats eat or something, and just put it right at my computer table. I'm like, look, I wonder where the grass goes. I'm right where I belong, in front of my computer. If that's a prevalent saying, that is so what I would do. You can also, just for a few seconds, go out. I go out from time to time. It's called going around the corner to get groceries. Basically daily. That's the only going out that I do. Should be enough. Enough for what? It's not enough for vitamin D, I'll tell you that. Also, fun fact that I learned, at least here in Canada, a while back I went to get some blood work done, and I found out that they don't even like they went through all the results and I was like, oh, I didn't hear vitamin D. Like, how's the vitamin D that and they're like, oh, we don't even test that because we assume that your vitamin D levels are way too low and we always recommend you take supplements. So they're like, dude, everyone has vitamin D deficiency these days. Tell everyone just take the supplements. I was like, you know what? Fair enough. I'm 99.9999% sure I have it as well, if not 100%. But I just found it funny that it's like, oh yeah, they don't even test it anymore on people. Everyone has vitamin D deficiency. Actually, I'm gonna make on ground default. Oh wait, this would be world. I need to do get actor. How do I do I'm having a brain fart. A brain fart. I couldn't even say that right. How do I do a location offset based on a forward vector? Why am I having a brain fart? Is it just multiplying by the forward vector? It is just multiplying. Okay. I don't know why I just way overthought that. I just had I don't know why I had such a brain fart. Look here, I'll show you why. We hit the lottery. It's 77.7 degrees. That's why. I'm baking here. Bacon. And not bacon. Bacon is great. Although I haven't had it in a long time. Bacon. Get actor scale 3D. Yes. Yeah, I think. Let's do a select. Let's do it. What? Select. Scale based on actor. It's not that bad. We have 96.8 degree this week. I live in an old building. Well, here's a question, because the temperature I just showed is inside. It could be 96 outside, but how is it inside? Do you have air conditioning? For all I care, it could be like 200 degrees outside, as long as it's not 200 degrees inside. Right? I need to also keep a track of this actor. Do I have... I have a spawned actors thing, don't I? I've spawned Niagara particle systems. Okay, let's make a new one called spawn actors. And then I need to use a blueprint interface and then add to the spawn actors. I just want to make sure I'm keeping track of all the actors I'm spawning in case I need them. Because then I can just go do a for each. But I need to know. I also need to remove them. I guess I could just do a giant loop on for all of them. The only one that right now is going to be using it is the spider, and those are supposed to be permanent until it dies. So in that regard, it'll be fine. And then on any other actor that we'll ever add this to, we can just tell it to remove after a certain amount of time. I'm on the West Coast, Henry. Inside almost the same as outside attic apartment? Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. That... I would be like on the ground in a... and you know what? I would just go somewhere. No, I'm not even gonna do... At that temperature, I would not... I'd be dead. I would need to go somewhere to like a store and just stay there. I'll find out where this Starbucks is or something, and I'll just go there, and I'll bring my laptop, and then I just put in stream. I wouldn't do anything else. I don't know what I would do, but I couldn't do it. Anywhere that has air conditioning. So here's the thing. My apartment has AC. It's just shit. It's so shit that I bought a shitty 10,000 BTU air conditioner that is not strong enough. So I actually got another one that just came in yesterday that is supposed to be like basically double the strength, but I can't hook it up yet because I'm waiting for one other thing, because I have balcony doors and I ain't the thing that blocks it so it can vent properly. So I can't hook it up yet. But the air conditioner that comes with the apartment is real bad. In fact, it's so bad that I basically don't use it, which made me realize a couple of days ago that when I'm looking for an apartment, maybe I just say screw it to requiring air conditioning, because the difference between... I'm sure you've not been looking at places, Joser, but in this area, a 2-bedroom condo is about $800,000. And then that's for about 800 to 900 square feet. But a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo with no air conditioning is $100,000 less. And for that price, you'll get 1,200 to like 1,400 square feet, I've seen. The difference is insane. Air conditioning doesn't cost that much. If you wanted to get it installed yourself somewhere, that's insane. So I'm thinking maybe I'm not going to be looking for a place with air conditioning at this point. Like, the difference in having an air conditioning unit and not having it is so high, and I've realized that the one I have is just so shit anyway, that if it was going to be something like that, then like what's the point? Also, the 2-bed, 2-bath in this building is $1 million, not 800,000. Maybe you should move into a Starbucks as well. I would, but I don't drink coffee. That's the thing. So I need to find another place. I need to find like a fruit smoothie place. Oh, there's actually one downstairs. Well, not literally downstairs, but like might as well be. Then I could say there, but I don't know if it's air conditioning. I imagine it is. It's a business. I imagine all businesses are air conditioned, especially if they need to sell food. So yeah, should work. Worst case scenario, I just go to the grocery store. You know, I set up camp there. Bu- 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 Utility. Beaver tails it is? What's that? I know what beavers are, and I know what tails are, but put it together. So I imagine that's the thing. Trying to get that MCP server working with OpenCode? But is OpenCode a local thing? That was a Canadian restaurant chain? Yeah, that would have assumed that I go outside to eat at restaurants, Henry. It could be. But... but... I'm not exactly one to go to restaurants by myself. Look, like... to me, going to a restaurant by yourself is one of the loneliest feeling things. It's like going to a movie theater by yourself. I've done it once in my life. It feels so lonely. You have your vitamin pills, why go outside? Just why go outside, period. Your terminal sucks and you can't see the replies? Just guess. Come on. You can do it. Just guess what the reply is. Walk up to a group and join them? No worse, just sit, see what they do. Dude, I am way too introverted to ever attempt something like that. I could never. I don't even know if that's an introvert thing. I like personal space, and I feel like I'm just being true to impersonal space. I would feel terrible. I don't want to be a bother to other people, and that sounds like it'll be a very big bother to other people. You love going to the movies alone? I mean, hey, to each their own. Not for me though. It's not for me. Add unique. Just in case. To be fair, I don't watch movies, right? So. The only time I would be excited working on a movie is if it was for a game that I played and enjoyed. That's the only time where I would even remotely care what movie I'm working on. Like if I was working on a Horizon Zero Dawn movie, I'd be interested. I'd be terrified of it being absolutely terrible, but in terms of me like being interested in the actual stuff I'm making, that would be the first time ever. You'd like to work on something with speculative biology. I don't know what that is. Today's mission: find a group, tell one person you have something important to say, and walk with that person as far away from the group as you can without saying anything. Why would they follow? Like, if a random person walked up to me and started talking to me and told me they have an important thing, I would never follow them. That's how you get killed. That's how you get kidnapped. Why would someone ever willingly follow you? I mean, look, where you live might be extremely safe and people might feel extremely at ease at doing that. But I have trust issues. I have major trust issues. So I could never. You know, like some people will like you have no reason to distrust them, so you trust them implicitly until they give you a reason not to trust them. I'm the opposite. I don't trust anyone until they give me a reason to trust them. Here's the caveat, though. I barely trust anyone still. Like, I'll trust them with certain things, but not just implicitly about anything. Still. You trust me? Trust me. I can trust you to trust you. Well, I just have I have trust issues, and I know that about myself. Add spawn actors. Please add the actor. Thank you. What did I forget? Huh? Owner reference read. Oh. God damn it. Fine, we won't make the freaking variable, because screw you too. There. Happy and real? Is it even possible to spawn something in a notifier? Is that a different thread? Why not? You can do whatever you want. I spawned all the effects that I spawned. Like, these are Niagara effects. Yeah, they're spawning from animation notifies. You can do like everything on animation notifies. It's great. The actor, the little sphere you're seeing, That's also spawned on the Anim Notify. And the effect is spawned on the Anim Notify. You can do whatever you want. It's awesome. I get rid of this print string. Yeah, so now we can spawn it wherever we want, and then just keep track of it if we need to. Or you know what I'm gonna do instead of this? I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do keep track of actor, or yes, save actor reference. And we have this be true, then we'll do this. So that way we're not just always storing a bunch of actors we don't need. Because, for example, for the spider, these will be permanent spawns until we don't want them to be permanent spawns. But for something else that has a lifetime, we don't need to keep track of it because it'll go away by itself. Oh, the lights finally turned on. That means sunset soon. It's gonna start cooling down. But yeah, like if most of my stuff has here, I'll pull up the player one. Yeah, so like for example, this one has a spawn Niagara system, right? And then it also has an attack system that spawns a actor here. So this spawns my attack trace actor and runs whatever it needs to. Yeah. If you need to, you can do things like over time, which is what this is, right? This is just an overtime thing. It's nice. Because I don't remember how I was trying to do it before, but at a certain point, it just clicked in my head like, oh yeah, why am I not just spawning everything? Like, oh yeah, I was trying to like do the Niagara effects, I think, very early on, based off of the like animation that plays, or like based off of what action I'm doing, and then making it super complicated. And then at a certain point, I realized, oh yeah, I just make it do whatever I want in the animation blueprint or in the animation sequence. Because keep in mind, you have animation notifies and animation notified states. States have a tick. So if you need something happening over time, you can do any kind of stuff there. Use notifier state for hit detection. How? What is notifiers? I assume anim notify state is the same thing we're talking about. But how do you use that for hit detection? Now I'm curious. Because I know like I have things that can make my character invincible. So that way it basically checks for that and then doesn't do the hit detection. The hit detection still like traces. I'm curious. You have me intrigued. Right arm, which is this one, spawns the poison button. Oh, let me actually modify this. Use sphere traces and detect when in an animation, the sword hits something, for example. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of what I do in that regard, I think. So, again, I don't know why I opened this. I basically, using the anim notify, tell it to have an actor that has a trace, or in this case, I'm not using traces anymore, actually. I'm using just a capsule component. And then doing on begin overlap, which simplifies so much. And the reason why I'm no longer doing traces, I'm doing just an actor with a component, is just because it allows me to place things in the world where I don't need to have it be now attached to the player or anything. Because I have things like this, right? That I can have multiple things be mid-attack while I spawn another attack. But I need those to stay without being like, right, moving or anything. So, because I can do, once the cooldowns are ready, right? I can do this and then this, where technically the attacks are in time overlapping. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it this way. Hey Ken, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to tell me the bad news. Like, I knew that was the answer, but I don't like the answer. Use bones to attach the sphere overlaps. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't have any of those, so I couldn't, yeah, I couldn't do that. Yeah, I can. Yeah. It's a sad day in hell. Location offset, let's do like 300. And I'm going to do a quick test. Oh, I also need to, I just realized. Instigator needs to be plugged in. No? Oh, this needs to be a freaking pawn, doesn't it? Cast to pawn. There you go. You pretty much confirmed it? Yeah. I personally don't like the fact that it's being forced. And it's not such a big deal anyway. I feel like you should be able to just choose which one you want. But, It is what it is, I guess. Back, how goes it? That's alright. We got some terrible news, but otherwise it's fine. I was expected terrible news, but nevertheless. I want floor dot poison. Let's just test this. Where is it? Here. Hey, Dark Dragon, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. What's the bad news? Yeah, Y up. Y up with no option of changing it. I just want an option to change it back to Z up. Damn it. Blender's also Z up. I like Z up. Okay, so yes, it works, but this is gonna be interesting. Whatever G I am, look, Y up now means you have to plug things in. The height is now the middle one. And Blender's also Z up. Everything's Z up. So it's been like this for decades. I like consistency. Blender might change too. But surely you have the option to do a switchback. I mean, maybe someone will make a plugin for it, but I doubt it. You work with Maya? I'm sorry. Okay, that's not bad. You should go a little bit here. I change weapons. So the problem with the system is it doesn't account for that is not forward. Oh, let me try this. Nope, that's left. Oh no, that was right. Oh no, I am looking for left. Am I? What? Not that. Why is it behind him? Okay, that's better. Why is it negative? There's a guy next to you who was a My user got excited too. Yeah, my user will be excited. Yeah. I'm not one of those. I know. I use Maya. Maya's been so shit recently that I've been learning on Blender. Even Niagara Day, sometime in the future. I'd love to contribute anyway. It'll be a Niagara Day. Art style and the boss is growing on you. As a Maya user, you never got used to Z up to care. Oh, see, yeah. So if you don't care, then keep it on Z up. As someone that's been using Unreal since high school, in one form or another, for like 2 decades, I have a little bit of a preference on that one. I just want the option. I don't care if they make it Y up, but I just want the option of Z up. The program's always had Z up. Blender has Z up. I want my Z up. You'll unleash an avalanche of bugs upon us? I don't know how the, I'm curious, because they're apparently making it possible to go from Unreal 5 to Unreal 6. I don't know how the hell they're going to do that one, by the way. Because there's, you know, like, there's a lot of nodes that you can have that you need to change if you want to like move your project over from one to the other, just from that one change. So I'm curious like how that's gonna work. We'll see. Also, always the option of not using UE6. I mean, yeah, of course. That's not enough of a reason to not use it, but yeah, of course. I think we're gonna need to change the way this this works, because I need to be at the end of the jump, and this is gonna be hard to time. Unless I have the jump duration. I could add a delay and then of the jump duration. We'll need to figure out a good way of doing it. Have a good one, Henry. Thanks, Soundbite. They hear the Axiom Blueprint? Yep, I heard. Trust me, I heard. We had a big discussion about it at the beginning of the stream. Yeah. Well, they're gonna start phasing it out with Unreal 6. It'll still be there in the early versions, but what constitutes early versions remains to be seen. Because early versions could be like 1 and 2. But if there's like 30 versions, then maybe the early versions are like 1 through 7. Yep. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway. I need to rethink this one a little bit. And it's near end of stream anyway. And my brain's fried. So if that's not happening in the next 5 minutes. So it's fine. We'll call it a night. And my throat's been hurting all day, which I don't like. I hope I'm not getting sick. That would suck. Being sick sucks. God damn it, a Dark Dragon. God, I know exactly what you did there. The first person to ever do that in the stream, I can't believe it was like this. I can't believe you. I can, but I can't. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you had fun, learned something, or I don't know. I mean, you were here. I don't know why. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night, though. And I'll see you all tomorrow for some more AI stuff. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.